Welcome everybody to yet another Coffee Time with Hako, the show where I scream into the void and have my morning coffee. Well met. And today I wanted to scream about power creep in Zenless Zone Zero. So power creep is when another character gets released, and like how much do they outperform a previous character that, fills the same role. And with Zenless Zone Zero, I kind of see, some warning signs that power creep might be a problem. Now, let's talk about it. So, Jane Doe came out and became, the best character in the game, carry-wise. And in certain ways, she power creeps Nekomata, which was what I would claim the strongest character of the standard banner. Now, that an event character, outshines a standard banner character, that will happen. But there is a problem when, the event characters leaves the standard banner so much in the dust so quick that it becomes a problem. Like, there's healthy power creep and there's unhealthy power creep. Unhealthy power creep is, when it goes too fast. And the way we're heading now with Yanagi coming as well, that seems to be like a very, very strong electric anomaly. And then we take a look at the electric anomaly we have in the game currently, which is Grace. Like, it looks like Yanagi will be, miles ahead of Grace. Obviously, we don't know yet what changes and whatnot they will make. But just going off track record of the other characters, like, I think Yanagi will be like an insane upgrade to Grace. And now, the game hasn't been out for super long. So, like, if every standard banner character kind of becomes, obsolete very quick, so it feels like a freaking gut punch whenever you lose a 50-50. On Ellen's banner, I didn't mind losing a 50-50 because, the standard banner characters were kind of, similar to Ellen in power level. Even though Ellen was, slightly sharper, it still felt like, you got a good character. After Yanagi's release, I think losing a 50-50 to Grace is gonna feel like, hard. And we just got Caesar King. And Caesar King is my favorite unit in the game. Although she is problematic in some ways because she power creeps 11 other characters. Like, she fills the role of defense, support, and defense. And we only have 5 classes in the game, which is also a little bit of a problem when it comes to power creeping. And now there is a reason why, power creeping is turning out to kind of look like it's gonna become a problem in Zenless. One, it is the lack of classes. We have 5 classes, yeah? We have Defender, Support, Defense, Stun, and Anomaly. And out of these ones, one of the classes is a jack of all trades, which is Defender. Which is why right now we have a defense unit, Caesar King, that power creeps every stun unit and every support unit, and it obviously is the best defense unit. And on the carry side, we have either Anomaly or we have Attacker. And these two are kind of interchangeable. So if we look at physical, where we have Nekomata as the standard banner physical, then we have the newly released Jane Doe. There's never a single instance in the entire game where you would rather bring Nekomata than Jane Doe, even though they are different classes. And this causes a little bit of a problem. Because in Honkai Star Rail, for example, you have more classes and you have more elements. And even if a character is of the same path, as they're called in that one, they can be the path of the hunt. A carry from the hunt can, work in so many different ways that, they still have relevance even if another hunt character of the same element comes out. For example, we have Topaz and Nambi, which is a fire hunt character that works with follow-up attacks. And she's still the only one in the game that does this, which, makes power creeping not be as much of an issue, because, they can release another fire hunt character that then instead works off, dots, damage over time abilities, or, just pure damage, or something else. And, there's a wider array of, abilities and roles that a character from the same element and from the same class can fill. Meanwhile, here in Zenless, there is a little bit of a problem that, if it's weak to physical, you slap on whatever physical is the strongest. And right now, that is gonna be Jane, and there's never gonna be a reason to bring Nekomata instead. And same can obviously, be said for, any of the other elements and classes. After Yanagi releases, there's never ever gonna be a single instance in the game where there is a benefit to bringing Grace rather than Yanagi. Instead, you will probably see a massive drop off in performance. Mind you, right now, like as the content is currently in the game, like there is no need for me in the maxing. I know all of this, but it just is a hard, like I don't know. Just looking at all of these things, you know, objectively, I have a hard time seeing that power creep isn't gonna be a problem. There are too few classes. 2 of the classes interchangeable. 1 of the classes makes 3 of the other classes kinda redundant. And as soon as, you know, a stronger character gets released for any said element, every single character from that element gets power creeped. Because the carries doesn't work in different, you know, ways. There is no differentiation between, you know, dot damage and whatnot. There is only kinda damage. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they tackle this after the recent dev talks and, you know, after everything we've seen from the devs. I do have a lot of faith in the Zenless Zone Zero dev team. So I'm sure they'll figure it out somehow, but I do think that they are gonna have to, you know, sit down and, you know, really think about this. Because I think it is gonna be a problem. Too few classes, too few elements, and every single, you know, release is gonna, you know, step on toes of other characters already. So yeah, that is my 5 cents about the power creep problem. Or potential power creep problem. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Like, do you think this is gonna be a problem, or do you think it's gonna be fine just as it is? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, Hako out.
In a city where neon shines, she's active, flicks and a short teeth bright. Titties bounce and she's so tight. They own the game, they like the night. Titties cheeks, they steal the show. And spin shot, chase tail and toe. From Zenless Zone Zero, they break free. Titties cheeks, ruin capacity. Cheeks and titties, both in sync. James Ratchel's ways made to think. Across the streets, glowing bright. Cheeks and